If you are looking to buy the best flagship smartphone of 2026, chances are you are deciding between the all-new Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra and the Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max. This is a major battle. It's a big one because Samsung is bringing essentially everything to the table with the S26 Ultra here. A massive high brightness display with a brand new insane display feature, advanced Galaxy AI features, the built-in S Pen, and more. And Apple is also coming out swinging as well with this 17 Pro Max that packs a powerful A19 Pro chip. They have some of the best, if not the best, video cameras on any smartphone, and of course an incredibly polished Apple ecosystem. So the question becomes then, which one is the better flagship? Or rather, which flagship out of these two should you go for? That's truly the more important question, and I'm gonna help you answer that in this head-to-head video, in which I'm gonna be comparing design, display, performance, and everything else that really matters in everyday use. So by the end of this video, you should know exactly which one deserves a spot in your pocket. Let's go ahead and jump in. First things first, the design. The iPhone 17 Pro Max got a glow up compared to the previous gen. It feels fresher, and of course, it is hyper recognizable with that gigantic camera plateau on the back there, right? You know exactly what phone this is just by looking at the back. When you see people walking around with this, you could tell that this is the 17 Pro or the 17 Pro Max. The Galaxy S26 Ultra, on the other hand, has only had some subtle, let's call it subtle, right? Some subtle physical changes. There's a new camera island, but it looks awfully close to what we had on the S25 Ultra, right? So design language here is essentially the same. It doesn't really pull away from the predecessor. Now, for build materials, both phones abandoned titanium and are now using a combination of glass and aluminum. They both are very close in size, but the S26 Ultra is slightly thinner and lighter. They both have IP68 water and dust resistance, although technically the iPhone can survive deeper water submersion. The edges are rounded on both phones, and they're both easy to hold in hands, with the S26 Ultra here offering more color options compared to the 17 Pro Max, only 3 colors. Now, one last thing to note here is that the iPhone does not wobble on the table as much as the S26 Ultra does. Nothing particularly crazy, but just figured I'll go ahead and mention that as I come close to my verdict here on design. So you need to keep in mind that this is subjective when it comes down to design. It's very subjective. You are going to like what you like, and I'm going to like what I like I always like to say. So when it comes down to design, my verdict is going to be that the winner is the S26 Ultra. But again, that's just my take. But anyway, so moving on to display here, and this is where things get very interesting. Both phones have, gorgeous 6.9-inch glass OLED displays. Both have adaptive refresh rate from 1 to 120 Hz. So both feel incredibly smooth. The S26 Ultra has the higher resolution, so it's sharper when compared to the iPhone here. The 17 Pro Max, however, can get slightly brighter. But despite that, I still think that the Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra has the better display overall. In fact, I would argue that the S25 here has the best display on any smartphone right now, and that is because of two main things. The first one is that combo of the Gorilla Armor 2 and the anti-reflective properties on the S26 Ultra. I mean, it's simply miles ahead of that of the iPhone. Again, the iPhone does have the anti-reflective coating, but it is simply not on par or not as effective as that of the S26 Ultras. Samsung just got that formula nailed down, right? I don't know how they did it, but they did it. That formula is really locked in someplace, and they won't share the formula. Anyways, the second reason why this display is so much better than the iPhone here is the all-new privacy display feature. This is a world-first smartphone feature, right? It's seriously impressive. Everyone is talking about it. Basically, it works like a built-in privacy screen protector. It limits viewing angles so that people around you cannot easily, snoop on your screen. But unlike normal privacy protectors, this works at the pixel level, right? Your display's pixel. It works at the pixel level, so you can turn it on and off whenever you want. And you can even customize it for, specific apps, right? Like banking apps. In my case, I use it for sensitive applications like health related applications or, financial related applications. But again, you can customize it however you would like. I know some people use it for messages, passwords, when entering your password so that people can't see, or notification pop-ups and so many other different ways. And I can tell you that over the past, however long I've been using this phone here, it's been working incredibly well. Like, very, very well, especially for first generation, the first time that Samsung is implementing this thing. And well, let me just put it this way. When it comes down to display, the display on the S26 Ultra here is simply better than that of the iPhone 17 Pro Max here. So S26 Ultra here wins. Let's go ahead and move on to specs and performance now. Both phones start with 12 gigs of RAM, but if you buy the 1 terabyte, S26 Ultra, you get 16 gigs of RAM, which is, it's pretty nice. On the 17 Pro Max here, as far as the platform goes, we find a A19 Pro chip built on a 3nm process. So obviously super powerful here. On Galaxy S26 Ultra, we have the latest from Qualcomm, in the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 here for Galaxy. Also built on a 3nm process. So just as powerful as the other one. Now, both of these phones are absolute monsters. They, no other ways of saying this. The 17 Pro Max scores slightly higher in single core performance, but the S26 Ultra here scores much higher in multi-core, performance. But again, like I said, when you put them side by side, these things are absolute monsters. They are insanely fast. App launches, multitasking, video editing, gaming, scrolling, exports, all of that, they handle everything without any hiccups. You really can't go wrong with either one, whether you are a gamer or just looking for something with top level raw power. Although for you gamers out there, the App Store, Apple's App Store actually does have apps, console level apps that you could download directly, right, on your mobile device. Whereas with Android, at least in general for Android, you may have to do some type of, emulation. But anyway, so now as far as productivity goes in general, the S26 Ultra here just takes the ground, hands down. It's super flexible. You have Samsung DeX. And oh, we have a stylus here, so S Pen here, not available on the 17 Pro Max, and that's going to make you even more productive. For software here, the iPhone 17 Pro Max is running iOS 26.3, and the S26 Ultra comes with Android 16 and One UI 8.5 out of the box. They clearly are running two different ecosystems here, with the iPhone here giving you, look at it as more optimization, whereas on the Android side, you are looking for more flexibility and customization, right? So make your choice based off of that. Both Apple and Samsung promise that they will support these two for a long time. 7 years for sure with the S26 Ultra here, which is, pretty solid. Now, as far as software goes, it's pretty much down to the ecosystem and personal preference, really, if you think about it. But my verdict here is that Samsung wins in performance. In my experience using these two, Samsung has done a better job with things running in the background. It's been fantastic for multitasking and flexibility and just so many ways you can pull this phone here. So to me, it just wins, specs and performance. Now, another part that I didn't even get to cover is AI. And I want to keep this part short because Samsung is just, light years ahead of Apple when it comes down to AI, right? So you have Apple Intelligence with the 17 Pro Max here, while on the other hand, you have Galaxy AI, Gemini, Bixby, and Perplexity integration. I mean, it's not even fair. The S26 Ultra just wins this category by miles. Now moving on to cameras here, and honestly, you couldn't go wrong with either. Once again, 17 Pro Max is loaded with three 48 megapixel cameras. You have a main, an ultra wide, and a 4x telephoto, whereas the S26 Ultra goes further with a 200 megapixel main camera, a 50 megapixel ultra wide, a 10 megapixel 3x telephoto, and a 50 megapixel 5x telephoto. Now, to me, the iPhone tends to perform better in low light, but the S26 Ultra has a stronger ultra wide. It also has better long range zoom and good lighting and some other powerful video tools. Now again, both cameras have top level features. Selfies are great on both phones, but the iPhone 17 Pro Max has a nice advantage with center stage, and that's because it uses a square lens, right? So you get more flexibility for selfies when whether you're using, in portrait or landscape landscape, you are good on those ends. On the S26 Ultra, however, there is one of the coolest video features I've ever seen. Samsung calls it horizontal lock, and the idea is very simple. No matter how you tilt the phone, the horizon stays level. Normally when you tilt your phone, or if you were to twist your phone and spin it all over, the stabilization is going to be completely off, right? It's going to be just crazy unstable. But here, the video just looks so freaking stable. It looks like it was stabilized on the camera rig. So you have stabilization rig level of performance here without all of the equipment. That kind of stabilization is just insane on a small device like this. Now, with all of this said, overall though, the 17 Pro Max delivers more consistent, low light results and excellent video, while the S26 Ultra offers more versatility, stronger zoom, and better ultra-wide along with advanced features. You can't go wrong with either one, so in my book, both of these are winners in this particular category. Now let's go ahead and talk battery life here, and I gotta say, it's pretty close. The Galaxy S26 Ultra packs a 5,000 mAh battery, and in real life use, it lands right about where the iPhone 17 Pro Max lands also. Both easily get through a day without any issues. Where Samsung pulls ahead, however, is charging speed. The S26 Ultra here supports 60-watt wired charging, while the iPhone 17 Pro Max tops at about 40-watt. Wireless charging is similar on both at about 25-watt here, but Apple has MagSafe built directly into the iPhone, whereas the S26 Ultra here, you still need that accessory or the case for the S26 Ultra to use via MagSafe. On the other hand, the S26 Ultra does have power share, so you can wirelessly charge or reverse charge other devices, right? So when it comes down to verdict for battery here, I'm gonna give it to the S26 Ultra, specifically because of the 60-watt charging thing. You could charge from 0 to 75% in 30 minutes. That is insane, right? And you also have that power share and all that. So it takes battery. Now, with all of this said, here's my take. Both of these phones are top-level flagship phones. You really cannot go wrong with either. But if you want the more complete power user phone, the Galaxy S26 Ultra here has the edge. It's as simple as that. That's just my take. I'm certainly hoping that this was informative. Let me know what any questions you may have. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let's go ahead and get that, civilized back and forth going in the comment section. Make sure to like this video if you haven't done so already. Make sure to share if you know anybody who would be interested. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so yet. I'm going to catch you in the comment section like I always do. I'm also going to catch you in the next video. Up until that next video, of course, as always, stay safe out there.